So there might be some nuances to the installation that you guys are getting to mine that you'll want to direct to her kind of outside of this, but as far as the functionality and how the system works and what it's going to physically look like, it's going to be pretty standard stuff. I have this at the apartment building I live at as well, so I use this as a resident myself. And it took a little bit to get used to it, but I actually do really like it at this point. So we'll burn through these real quick, and then we'll do some questions after. If you want to raise your hand mid-slide, feel free. But this is, so let's circle back. So the installation is going to include the thermostat, which is also the hub, so that's going to be the brain that communicates the system with and your apartment door lock, as well as leak sensors, which are really great because they're there to detect any moisture that could result in a serious loss as far as water loss goes, which is your personal property and of course the community property. I wish we had this last summer. I had a unit flood directly above our office and it was raining in the office. Total gut, all of my electronics, everything was fried. So leak detectors are there to be preventative. So those are basically it. They're these little things, they're white discs, they're gonna be hidden under your cabinets, not even gonna know they're there. And if it detects moisture, it'll beep, telling you, hey, come look at me and see if anything's going on. And if it's going off and you go look at it and you notice like maybe something tipped over and spilled, you can mark it as a false alarm. Nothing happens, it's just over. If nothing is marked as false, your guys' on-call team might do it a little different, but the way my team does it is we give residents 10 or 15 minutes to check it out themselves. If we don't get it marked as false, we try to call and say, hey, are you home? Can you go take a look at this and see if there's any leak going on? If they're not home, our maintenance techs will go investigate to make sure nothing crazy is going on. And the system will automatically create an emergency work order as well, so the maintenance team can have access to the unit to make sure nothing is going totally crazy. Other than that, nothing changes, right? Apartment's the same. Your door lock's gonna look different. It's gonna be a light up device, and it's gonna have numbers on it so you can punch in a code. This is the app. Now, you don't have to download the app if you don't want to. It comes with a lot of benefits, but it's not necessary, okay? But at the top here, these are screenshots from mine, so don't rob me at any point. But this part here is called the access pass, and this might be what's different for you guys, but that is a Bluetooth. So if I had my phone and I wanted to walk up to this fob reader right here, I just hit that button and it unlocks fitness center, club room, you know, all that stuff. This is my apartment door. So for instance, last summer I was on vacation, forgot to unlock the door for my girlfriend, and she said, let me in. I hit the unlock button from Texas, opened up, and she walked right in and took care of my dog for the day. You can lock it as well, and then up here is an activity feed, which shows any time a false alarm or a leak was detected, every time your door was locked and unlocked, all the changes you make to your thermostat. So you can see kind of what activity has been done through the brain or the hub of the device, okay? That stuff, that activity is what is private to the residents. We as management cannot access it, cannot see it. I even had a resident at my building give me written permission for SmartRent to release the data to me so that I could do some investigating on an issue she was having, and it went all the way up to the CEO and they still denied it. So it's your information, it's private to you, they won't release it to us, okay? So that's a little bit of a privacy nugget. Here's your thermostat, same as your apartment door lock. You can turn it up or down. You can change the mode here from cool to heat to fan to all that stuff. You can even go in through this part here, which is scheduling. So you can set it up like a normal thermostat, so it turns on at 7 before you get up and then shuts off at 10:30 when you're getting ready for bed. This is kind of just stuff we'll get into. Any questions so far?
I got a bunch.
Oh, okay.
Access pass. You're
Yes.
saying for the common rooms and stuff, you hold
Yes.
your phone up to it to do Bluetooth.
Yes.
Is there another way of accessing the common rooms besides using your phone?
So at my buildings, this might be one of the differences, but in my buildings, residents can choose to get a physical key fob or not, and that would act the same as that would. So you can request a key fob, but we might have to do a little more digging on that, but my residents can have the fob and the app and use the Bluetooth. I'm being told from Jamie that it's either one or the other here. So if you don't want to use the app, you can get a physical fob that will do the same thing, just like you have now.
So then question being, because I have kids, and one of the big issues is letting them come like in here to play
Sure.
ball and
Sure.
and stuff like that. And right now they currently take my fob to it, which then makes it impossible for me to get
Anyway,
reach them to say, hey, come on in.
sure.
So you're saying that you're going to have a phone with Bluetooth to access the common rooms.
Don't have to. You can get the physical fob,
But
just
it's
like
one or
yours.
the other. It's not either. You can't have both.
That's
That's what we were told today in our
Yeah.
training. That seems like it's not the case with Nick, so I will confirm that.
Okay.
that's a difference. That's a little question mark.
Okay, so then the question-
One for us, though.
The question being at that point then, can you have this app installed on multiple phones?
You would be, so only leaseholders get sent to join, or I don't know what the
Yeah, it wouldn't be
word
one
would be.
person.
Yep. So however it's set up now with minors that aren't leaseholders,
Yeah.
it would be a fob question, but I think you should ask that question about having both, because that's what would be really convenient to folks with kids that need fobs, and he would still be able to access the gym, the whatever.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's a little question mark that's different.
One big part is just, getting them in.
Right. Sure.
'Cause, if they're out here and all these are locked, there's no way for me to go,
True.
come on, your friend's mom
True.
is on her way.
True. I think Jamie would like that, so you can do that too.
Yeah, exactly. Then another question on the thermostat. Do you know what brand it is?
Honeywell.
Okay, do you know if that one's going to be also reachable through, like Google Home, those sort of things, or do you have to use this app to make your adjustments?
The way it was phrased to me, I haven't monkeyed around with mine that much. I'm not much of a smart home person besides this. But I was told basically the system can be as smart or as dumb as you want it to, and you can pair it with multiple other platforms.
Okay.
So I'm sure there's a way, I'm just not your guy.
Yeah,
to
I
help
just
you
want
get
to see if
it.
there was or if it was just
Yes.
locked into this system and
No.
you had to use this.
You
to
should
make
be
your
able to
adjustments.
sync it with other smart technology. Yep.
All right.
Good?
Yeah, that's what I got now.
Read in the room?
So the access pass, you just need to bring your phone near it to
Mhm.
unlock, or you need to press the button?
Both. So once you get close to the lock, you just press this little lock icon.
So you have to open your phone to the app to unlock?
Yeah. You don't have to unless you have the fob.
But it's not like you go to buttons to check out, you gotta pay, it just automatically
Right.
goes up.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's a clever idea. Can you write that down actually and see if we can pose that to their team and get it added?
Which actually gets to
Say
another
to Emma,
question.
she's notating. Say it.
Some kind of like instant Bluetooth.
I think it's called near field communication.
Yeah,
NFC.
NFC.
Okay, that's a very good idea. I
Which
like
also
that a
brings
lot.
up the other question that I forgot that I was going to ask. Is there a watch version of this app?
Yes. Shoot. Another good question.
Watch. Smartphone.
You will be getting door hangers on your doors once SmartRent is installed.
I'm looking
So
now.
it's going to have the QR code specifically if you have an Android or if you have an iPhone. You can double check to see if it's Apple compatible for a phone. I mean, not a phone, a watch. But those should be coming, so it's worth a try to see. I just don't know 100%. But if you need to download the app, there is going to be QR codes out there for your phones.
That's another good question though. I would like to pose that to them.
It's kind of annoying to carry your phone everywhere
For sure.
to get it.
For sure. For sure.
The SmartRent Q&A will probably be a great resource also for them
Yes.
to dig deeper than what we know. Just
Yeah.
We're brand new and, so that might be a nice resource for some of these deeper questions too. So just
Right.
keep that in mind.
This one, sorry, I just want to clarify. So is it, you just need to be near the door with your phone to unlock it, or you have to press the button?
I have to press the button.
Press the button.
Yep,
So
yep.
that's a safety thing, so that's good.
Yes, yeah, it doesn't just detect you, kind of like, newer cars, when you get within 10 feet, it unlocks on that. It's not like that.
Yeah.
So yes, it does remain locked until you physically hit the
So the
Bluetooth
next
button.
one?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid of that.
I missed the first part. We have to have our phone now, get in.
No, Nope, you can get a fob, a physical fob, just like you have now, but your apartment door lock will be a code. So you just type the code in and hit the check mark and it unlocks.